Hello everyone, how are you? This is Marina from Soul in the Raw. I'm a raw vegan expert and my website is soulintheraw.com. There are a bunch of recipes on there, but today I want to show you what I'm making for dinner. I love doing that because it's very real and honest and you get to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to be making a salad and I'm going to show you how I make the dressing just at the bottom of the bowl. So you don't need a blender. It's super quick and it's really flavorful. It's one of my favorite salads. But first I'm going to show you the soup that I made in 5 minutes. I just didn't want the blender to be cranking up in the background. So I made this soup in 5 minutes and I've actually taught it with a friend in a sushi class. It's a miso soup. It's really, really good and also really quick to make. You see my theme here. And I'm going to show it to you. So this is it. And this is my bowl. It's kind of small. It's just a starter for my dinner. And it has really yummy ingredients. I put wakame seaweed in it and miso paste and stuff like that. So I actually have a recipe for this one. So I will post a link to it after I finish this Facebook Live. So that's the soup and I'm going to put it off to the side. And guess what? I have my traditional water jug with me. So this is a liter left. So I told you last time that I did Facebook Live that I always drink water while I'm making dinner. It's a really good way to get in your water because you're just drinking as you prepare. So let's do it together. You're going to watch me chug this water. Cool. Okay, so here's how we make the dressing. This is my bowl. It's really big, if you can't tell, but it's going to be mostly full with spring mix. So it's not going to be very calorically dense, the salad. And the way I make it, the dressing is with an avocado base. So you grab an avocado, you make sure that it's pretty soft, but not too soft. And you pray that it's going to be a nice one on the inside. Let's see. It's pretty good. It's got a bit of a bad part, but we can work around it. So then I take my half, and I'm only using half for the dressing because it's enough fat for me. And I'm going to cut it. I'll show you how. It's really soft. So I just go this way and then this way. And then also diagonally. Because I really want to moosh it really, really well since it's going to be my dressing. So then I take a spoon and I just spoon it out without the icky parts, trying to avoid them. And I throw it to the bottom of my bowl. And I throw this away. So this is the fat part of my dressing. It's just sitting here at the bottom of an empty bowl. And then I want to flavor it. So avocado, it's got a flavor but not very strong. So you want to add things to it to make it taste really good. First, I'm going to use half a lemon. And I'm just going to try to catch the seeds. And this is kind of a typical salad that I like to make with a typical dressing. And I often switch out the flavorings and the spices and things like that, but the base is similar. You can also use different nut and seed butters instead of the avocado, so for your fat. So now I'm gonna throw out this lemon and wash my hand real quick. Okay, so this is your base, and now do you know that lemon juice actually preserves avocado from going bad? So it's kind of a cool trick. If you ever want to keep an avocado in the fridge, you can put lemon on it. Or the other thing is, this is the part that has the big pit. So this is the one that you want to keep in the fridge because for whatever interesting reason, this pit is going to keep it from going bad. So that's what I do, and then I'm just going to use it tomorrow or another day. So then I have my avocado with my lemon juice, and I mush it up as well as I can. I'm being very much a perfectionist here with you guys, but normally I just kind of do it, and I don't even always mush it, but it's nicer because then it's going to coat all of your veggies too. And then after you do that, you can add other seasonings. So if you want, you can add a sweetener. I normally don't. I like the avocado and the lemon base. But what I have is turmeric because it's really healthy and I don't mind the flavor. So I just sprinkle it in. And I always think of kind of like what culture I'm trying to emulate the flavor of. So today, because I have the miso soup, I was like, maybe something kind of Asian-y, I don't know, that kind of thing. Whenever you use turmeric, even in a smoothie, which you can, you want to also add black pepper. Because, I think I talked about this in the last video too, because your black pepper will enhance the bioavailability of the turmeric, so that means you're going to absorb more of it. And if you're not going to add the black pepper, then your turmeric, a much smaller amount of it will be absorbed. So why settle for less, right? So this is what I have in my bowl at the bottom. And then my other magic ingredient is the salty part. So I love, you can add sea salt or something like that, but I try to stay away from just plain salt, and I try to make all of my recipes have salt that also has nutrients. So my favorite thing is sauerkraut in its different forms, or different fermented foods like miso, which I used in the miso soup, or different fermented krauts. And Wild Brine makes them, and I love this brand. I love their krauts, they're delicious. This is a new one. So this one is a smoky kale organic kraut. So this will be my salt. I'm not going to use salt, I'm going to use this. And I'll probably put in around, oh, I have black pepper on me. I'll put in about a tablespoon or two of the kraut for delicious flavor. It smells really strong. Some people don't like it. I really, really love it. So I'm going to put that in. And you can always finish your salad and then test the taste and then decide if you want more or less. And that's it. That's basically the dressing that I have. It's very simple. You can add garlic to it or other spices. And then what I do is I put my greens, and I just want to show you how very beautiful my greens are. Right there. Do you see them? They're from Susie's Farms. I actually get them delivered, and they are so, so, so delicious. And that makes a difference. If your greens are not very delicious, you won't get a good salad. So I just, basically, I fill up my bowl with greens. However much, a lot. And if you want the taste of it to be really well spread out, what you can do is you take out your spoon and you mush everything with your hands. So this is something that people do a lot with kale salad, because kale is really tough and icky when you just eat it like that. Even though I have to tell you that I ate fresh kale off the vine, it was so good. It's such a big difference when you're eating really actually fresh produce and when you're eating store-bought. But we do our best. So you actually use this technique a lot when you make kale salad. You massage your salad. But even when you have soft lettuces like I'm using, you can still massage it because it's going to coat it really, really well. And it's going to give you an even flavor. And it's also going to shrink down your salad. And that's a nice thing, because then it's going to be easier to finish this bowl of goodness. So let me wash my hand again. It's just a simple tossing. You're not applying pressure, you just toss it together, and I'll show you what I have in a second. Now listen, if you are short on time, literally this can be a salad and you don't need to add anything. So let me show you what I have here. This is my salad. It's so beautiful and everything is evenly mixed. But I would like more stuff. So I'm not going to show you how I chop everything, but I just put everything over here so you can see my ingredients. I'm going to use some heirloom tomatoes, Persian cucumbers, half of this sweet onion, and this bell pepper. And I love all of the different colors that are going to go into it, and it's going to be really, really delicious. Here's my water again. Yeah, so it's very quick, and I want to tell you that I've started to do Skype calls with people, and just to find out their struggles and how I can help them better, how I can create better content. So if you would like to do that with me, it's only 15 to 20 minutes of Skype, and I will send you some tips after our call of things that I believe will help you with some of your main nutrition struggles. So if you would like to do that, you can either private message me or you can comment down here. And what I've been finding out a lot is that people often feel really overwhelmed that they don't have enough time to make healthy food. So they, even if they are vegan, they choose to buy things ready-made from the grocery store. And I totally understand that. And I was actually, when I started eating healthy, I was working 3 jobs and I was a full-time master's student. It was really, really crazy. But you know what? I think that it's all mindset. I mean, 90% of succeeding on a healthy lifestyle is mindset, because we are bombarded with these messages everywhere that eating healthy takes so much time, and here's a solution for you, and here's this ready-made thing for you, and that's just not true. Of course, you're gonna have to put in some time. Sorry about that. My phone went crazy. So I was talking to you guys about how much time it takes to make healthy food. So it's all a choice. It's totally a choice. And we're bombarded with all of these messages that making healthy food is so complicated and it's so difficult and all these things. And yes, it will take you maybe a few extra minutes a day to make your own food. But as you see, and I showed you totally live how I made my salad, and I could just eat it just like that. It took just a few minutes to make it. It's really not a big deal. And even if you are blending a dressing, it's not going to take you forever. It's a very, very quick thing to make a salad dressing, especially when it's raw and you just put in a bunch of stuff into your blender and you blend it. And the difference between eating stuff that's already made and you're buying it and making your own in your health is giant. So my point is, make your own stuff and really get in the mindset that it is doable. I promise you it is. And that's why I really want to do this series of live videos with my dinner, just to show you how I make my dinner, because I'm also an entrepreneur and I work a lot of hours and I try to fit in a ton of stuff into my schedule, and sometimes it's crazy and sometimes I feel like I don't have time. But because food is such a priority for me and I know how important it is, I stick to it and I do it every time without fail. There's never a day where I'm like, oh, how annoying, I have to make my food. No, I love doing it, I enjoy it, and I know how important it is and what a difference it makes in my health. So why would I not do it? So let's just get in that mindset that making your own food from scratch is not that big of a deal. It's totally doable, and all of you out there can do it. So I hope that you liked this really, really easy and yummy recipe, and it's very flavorful, like all of the food that I make, because I like a lot of spice and a lot of flavor. I might also add something spicy to this. I don't know, we'll see, like a hot pepper. And I'm going to be doing these every week, so make sure that you turn on your notifications for my videos so that you can get notified when I'm going live and you don't miss it, because I'd love to see your questions and comments below the video and help you with anything that you need, any questions that you may have. But if you're watching this after it's recorded, please also leave questions that you have, because I'll still be able to answer you. And don't forget, if you're interested in doing Skype interviews with me, I'll be doing them probably in the next couple of weeks. So I would love to interview you if you would like. You can private message me, or you can just write it out in the comments and I will contact you. Have a wonderful evening, and the miso soup recipe will be posted too. Bye!